Yeah, it's been a very busy day. We've already seen some record rainfall, more on the way, even a tornado out there, and it's going to be busy tonight, too.
That's right, and we said it was going to be a weather alert day, and you can see why now, and of course that is continuing, and no end in sight, at least for the night and into tomorrow, Steve.
Yeah, if you can stay inside tonight, please do so, because more heavy rain, several inches of rain possible through the evening. Here's a look at what's going on outside. That pretty much sums it up with near zero visibility in some of these storms as they push through. I think the real telling story here, though, is how much rain is still to come back to the west into the Gulf of Mexico, and these really heavy embedded cells that are popping up now in the last few minutes around Fort Myers will eventually make it into our area tonight. So it is going to be soggy, and it looks like this weather pattern probably won't break even on Thursday. So it'll another soggy, very wet day. Moving in pretty much the next 24 hours, torrential downpours in spots. Lightning hasn't been too much of an issue today, but tornadoes have. Confirmed tornado now just in North Broward County, just outside our viewing area. Several tornado warnings during the morning and afternoon. Wind gusts, we could still see wind gusts of 60, 70 miles an hour in some of the stronger storms. The real high issue here, though, is the flood situation. We've seen 3, 4, 5 inches of rain so far, more on the way. All the way back through the Gulf of Mexico, through the lake. It is one embedded cell after another dumping tremendous amounts of rain, and there is just no tapering off through the evening. There's our rain sensor in Boynton Beach, approaching 4 inches since midnight. A little farther north and west around Wellington, we're now breaking 3 inches of rainfall. These are common numbers across our entire viewing area, and on the Treasure Coast you can see some heavy rainfall. Fort Pierce now coming in around Vero. Really just kind of telling what's headed our way for most of the evening. An additional 2 to 4 inches of rain. Wind gusts can be still strong. Some damaging winds possible and brief tornadoes. There's still that tornado threat through this evening, too. Rainfall totals impressive, and we're expecting more rain. Felicia's here with a breakdown on that.
That's right, Steve. We are going to see more rain, but we've already seen several inches across the area. Now, what you're looking at behind me here, that is the radar estimated amounts of rain that we've seen. Now, I will say I think the estimations are a little low, but what you really get out of this is you can see where we've seen possibly some of the storms dropping heavier rain move through. That's where we're seeing the yellows and the oranges. You can see especially southern Palm Beach County really just getting inundated with the rain today. We've seen several inches of rain across the area. I'd say most of us seeing between 2 and 4 inches. You can see the radar estimated here nearly 4 inches in that orange swath, but I will say it's saying around 3 inches for West Palm, and officially at PBI we've seen over 4 inches already. We set a new maximum daily rainfall record, so I do think this radar estimate is doing a little bit less than it should be, but as you can see here along the Treasure Coast, you've seen a little bit less rain. All of this resulting in a flood advisory until 7 p.m. I want to remind you, of course, make sure you're not driving into that standing water. We see most of our flooding deaths from that, and as Steve said, we're likely to see several more inches of rain before this is all said and done. Back to you, Steve. You can give them some more details on what we can expect.
Yeah, we pretty much picked up a month's worth of rainfall in the last 12 hours, and we have almost double that headed our way tonight and tomorrow, too. We'll keep you up to date on if any more warnings are issued tonight, and of course, full forecast into the weekend. Drier, cooler air on the way. We'll talk about it coming up.